So I just want to share that this is a very typical community setup of how communities are now organized in this part of the jungle. So if you look around, they have their volleyball field, soccer field, the school over there, and everyone builds their house just right around the main central square for accessibility. And then what happens is people say, well, they all live really close, but they all have what are called fincas, which means they all have land somewhere farther out, some down by the Rio Napo, some up on the hillside. So what you'll see is almost everyone in this community is a farmer. So what they do is they live here, they have their family, they can send their kids to school, and then they get up first thing in the morning, drink their guayusa, obviously, and then they can head out to the farm and grow their yuca, their plantains, their chocolate, their cacao around here. So I was just talking to one of the sons of the farmer who has the nursery up there, and one of the questions I always ask people is how the heck do you guys make your money, because there aren't a whole lot of opportunities here. So what he was saying is most people, probably 90% of people in this community are farmers, but most of the farming they do is for their own auto-consumption. So they grow yuca and plantains, mostly corn. It's for their own family to eat, to sustain themselves. But most of their income comes from manual labor. So he said everyone here, they try and get a job here in construction, something laying cement, and that's really where their money comes from. But he said it's very difficult to find work. And they pay $10 a day, and they can maybe get 3-4 days of work average per month. He said it's really difficult with population, a lot of young people who aren't trained, aren't educated, can't read, can't write, come from farming families. So it's a big difficulty for them where their agriculture isn't really for production, it's not to sell, so that's not where their income comes from. And then it's another incentive for them to leave their communities because they don't really have any way to sustain themselves. So it's a difficult system that hopefully with Guayusa we can give them enough income so that they can have sustainable lifestyles and feed their families and take care of their responsibilities, and also be able to grow a plant that is part of their culture and in a way that's in harmony with the environment.
And what kind of income could they expect selling Guayusa to Runa?
So we average, is our low estimate, about $1,500 per year of income, which translates to a bit over $100 per month. So in all the surveys we've done with farmers, it looks like they make anywhere between $30 to $70, $80, $90 a month. So the idea is for farmers who are on the upper end to double their income, and for farmers that have a lot less opportunity to up to triple their income per month, which is very substantial. And doing that in a way that's not destructive, that's not this idea of development that takes them out of their cultural context and their relationship with the environment is a big opportunity. So that's part of the reason why we have stacks and stacks and stacks of applications from farmers wanting to grow Guayusa, because they see it's a productive crop. They see the integrity of our team. And one of the things I always notice is that farmers just kind of get it. Like with Runa, obviously everything we do is very technical, very well researched, but you're talking about farmers, most of whom can't read, can't write, a lot of whom barely speak Spanish. And they're very intuitive people, and they come from shamanic cultures where things they feel right, they see it, and that's where they go. So I notice that all the time talking to farmers, where it's just like, oh, it's the Guayusa, yeah, this is our Guayusa, and yeah, this is going somewhere. So that's something I always notice and appreciate when talking to farmers and seeing that energy that I also feel in my work, and why I enjoy working with Runa.